and how does it feel playing the game. This field is in very high demand, and it's one of the hardest jobs to fill. So players are looking for problem solvers and innovators, people that can create new ways of interacting with new technologies like AR and VR.
That's really awesome. Thanks, Greg. Now, here at the Academy, we also teach something called technical art. Now, technical art is a totally new role within the game. Hi, my name is Michael Buffington. I am the concept art lead in the School of Game Development for the Academy of Art University. Now, there are a lot of really cool tracks in the School of Game Development, but there are two that I really want to tell you about today. One is UI UX, and the other is technical art. Well, hello there, Grasshopper. Now, there are a lot of UI elements in the game. Let me just show you a few. For example, when you're trying to count those coins to make sure you have enough to level up that character, you have a coin counter. When you're trying to check your time in a level, you might have a timer. Or if you want to see where you are in the level, you might have a mini-map. But man, I am feeling really low energy right now. What is this? An energy boost? Oh my. Wow, look at that. You see that? I got an energy boost and my energy meter went up. That's how UI elements work. And you see them all the time in a game. I'm here with Greg. Greg is a lead UI UX instructor in the School of Game Development at the Academy of Art University. So Greg, what is UI UX?
UI UX stands for User Interface and User Experience.
Now, what kind of skills does a person need if they're going to be successful in UI UX?
To be successful in UI UX, you need to understand graphic design, motion design, and some psychology. User interface design is about creating the visual, animated, and auditory elements in a game that are informative for the player, and user experience is about how does that element function and how does it feel playing the game. This field is in very high demand, and it's one of the hardest jobs to fill. So players are looking for problem solvers and innovators, people that can create new ways of interacting with new technologies like AR and VR.
That's really awesome. Thanks, Greg. Now, here at the Academy, we also teach something called technical art. Now, technical art is a totally new role within the games industry. It's sort of like a link between artists and programmers. In fact, technical art is kind of like a hybrid between artists and programmers. So I'm here with Phil. Phil is a technical art lead in the School of Game Development, and we're checking out the Tesla suit. So Phil, what exactly is a Tesla suit?
So the Tesla suit has full-body motion capture, climate control, and haptic feedback to guide its user's experience within a game. Technical art involves rigging, visual effects, and working with new technology like virtual reality and the Tesla suit. The Tesla suit, in fact, is actually still in the prototype stage, but we get to work with it now, years before it's actually going to be available to consumers. When a user puts on their headset, they're immersed in a new world ready to tackle new challenges that are as close to reality as you can get.
That feels like my arm's on fire. Wow, that's incredible.
Is that the sound for the jukebox?
Oh, wow. Yeah! You can feel the music, all right. The Academy gives you the skills that you need to be a technical artist. No 2 days are the same, and the gaming world needs passionate innovators to make breakthroughs with emerging technology and lead the way into the future. So if you like problem solving and trying different things, technical art definitely might be for you. But the question is, are you up to the challenge? Thanks for checking out our UI, UX, and technical art tracks. Hopefully we'll see you in maybe an open house, or who knows, maybe one day you'll be in class with us learning cool stuff like this. Hey, what's up guys? Where you been at? I've been waiting for you. My name is Michael Buffington. I'm the concept art lead in the game development department, and in game development, we do really cool stuff. In fact, we teach you guys how to make games. Check this out. As you can see, we got beautiful artwork all over the walls, really high level stuff. Students are doing really good work here. But I got something else to show you. Come on. So down here, we got one of our concept art classrooms, and it's full of Wacom Cintiqs. And on these Cintiqs, people do all their 3D and their concept artwork. They draw directly on the screen, and we have a whole classroom full of them. It's super awesome. Check it out.
Hi, welcome.
This is Jacqueline Jackson, AKA Jax. She's one of our concept art instructors, and she's teaching some really cool stuff in this class. Tell us what you're teaching, Jax.
Thanks, Michael. Hi, welcome to GAM 328. This is Monsters vs. Mechs. This is an upper level concept design course here at the Academy. In the first half of the course, we create our own kaiju Pacific Rim style. And in the second half of the course, we concentrate on hard surface design and create our own mech or Jaeger or Gundam to fight our midterm monster. Let's check out some work. Hey, SJ, what are you working on?
Hey, take a closer look.
Yo guys, I got a bunch of cool stuff to show you guys. Come on. So as you can see, everywhere around the department, we have really cool artwork all over the walls. But what I really want to show you is our esports room.
I'm coming.
This is Michael Witzel. He's our tech lead, and he's the head of all the really cool esports stuff that we do here in the game development department. Mr. Witzel.
Hello. Welcome. Come on in. You know, the best part about being here is our game lounge. Here, check it out. Pretty cool, right?
Hey, David, are you busy?
Not for you.
So this is David Goodwine. He's the executive director of the game development department.
Hi, thank you for coming. How we have things set up here is more about the community. Somebody might have an idea about a game or how they're going to make it, and then somebody else has another idea. Community, they feed off of one another.
So if you guys are interested in making games, if you guys are interested in things like concept art or 3D or game design, programming, scripting, game animation, or anything like that, we'd love to see you here one day in the game development department.
Yes, we would.
Take care, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good evening, all you out there in YouTube land. Welcome to the School of Game Development Spring Show Award Show for 2020, the third annual Gammies. My name is Michael Buffington, and I'll be your host for tonight's show. So things are a little bit different this year, so let's take a look at what it was like last year.
Time circuits on.
Hey, what's up guys? How's it going? My name is Michael Buffington. I am the concept art lead in the School of Game Development at the Academy of Art University. We're at the Spring Show 2019, and right here is the School of Game Development space at the Spring Show. If you guys don't know what the Spring Show is, it is the show where we annually exhibit all of the best work from all the different departments. You're gonna see some really awesome work here. I've got some really cool to show you guys. It's a VR booth, and I know you guys want to see it because VR is super awesome. Check it out. And in the School of Game Development, we're committed not only to teaching them how to use the technology today, but how to be leaders of the technology in the future. We teach all of the elements of a game development production pipeline. We teach UI, UX, game design, 3D modeling, technical art, concept art, and many other things. And as you can see, if you look around, we have beautiful work on the walls exhibiting all of that. But one of our students has some work in here, and I'd like to introduce you to her. This is Aishwarya.
Hello, I'm Aishwarya, and I'm a student of game development, the concept art program, and this is my work. This is one of the characters that I actually designed in a class offered to master's students. He's my ugly boy. He's supposed to be a merchant con man, and you never know if he's gonna scam you or not. His name's Kaitek Slybead, and he's the slimiest of them all. When I graduate from the Academy of Art, I want to pursue character design for games. I think that it's a lot of fun to design the character because they are essentially the nexus of the entire game. They hold the game together, and it's what people playing can identify with. Good luck to anyone out there trying to get into Spring Show. It's a really great opportunity to network and meet other industry professionals.
One of the most exciting parts about the Spring Show is something called Industry Day. And what we do at the Academy of Art University is we fly in industry professionals from all over the country to look at student work. This is one of our industry professionals, Dave Markowitz, and he's got some really cool things to tell you.
Hi, I'm Dave Markowitz. I'm the lead animator at Jam City. I come to the Spring Show every year. There's such a diverse skill set that's here that I haven't seen in any other school. So every year is something changing, something new. There's so much diversity in how the games are playing and the mechanics that are being presented. We're looking for people who stand out, games that stand out, and the Spring Show is the best place to actually find all of that. It just blows my mind how creative everybody is here.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed all the amazing work that we have here at the Spring Show. Hopefully you can come down and see it for yourself. And who knows, maybe one day I'll see you in the School of Game Development too. Wasn't that awesome? Now, before anybody gets too worried about the applause that you're hearing, I promise I am social distancing. That was just a soundboard with audio effects and not a crowd. As a matter of fact, Eric, do me a favor. Hit me with that applause one more time so the audience can see that I'm telling the truth. Okay, that's not exactly what I was hoping for, but whatever, close enough. Because unlike last year, when we were hosting the Gammies in a building, this time we're doing it from my top secret underground bunker because I'm always prepared.
Honey, I need you to take out the garbage.
Sweetie, I'm literally in the middle of the live stream and you're kind of ruining the illusion. You like broke the fourth wall.
What in the world are you talking about?
All right, never mind. It's fine. Just forget it.
All right, well, you're not getting out of taking out the garbage.
Okay, I promise I will do it as soon as I'm done, okay, sweetie?
Fine.
Thank you. Okay, I'm busted. You guys caught me. Truth be told, we're actually not in a top secret underground bunker, even though last year we were hosting it from a warehouse. This time we're doing it from my house. But you got to give us credit at least for making sure that the show still went on. Um, Before we kick off our show, I want to let you know about some really cool things that are happening in the School of Game Development. So first of all, last year we celebrated our 11th anniversary as a department, and in that 11 years, we've become one of the top schools of game development in the country. And personally, if you ask me, probably the top one, but maybe I'm a little bit biased. But one thing that I do know for sure is that we are now ranked by the Rookies organization as the #1 school for concept art in the United States, #3 in the world. And that's nothing to sneeze at. Another cool thing that happened was we hosted our first online esports tournament. It was a League of Legends tournament, and it was really cool. But last but not least is we had not one, but 2 students place in the Blizzard Student Character Art Contest. Andrew Bernier took runner-up with his Wild Hammer Druid, and Riro Teo won first place overall with Tikas the Swift. So big congrats to those 2 for such a huge, monumental accomplishment. That's really awesome. But I know the real reason why you guys came onto the live stream. And by the way, you can go ahead and like that anytime. It's because you want to hear about the awards. So why don't we get this party started? This year, we're going to kick this party off with a little bit of programming. Now, there's always a lot of confusion about what programming is, so let me unravel the mystery. Programming basically creates the system upon which games are built. So what programming does is they take all the art, they take all the design, and they make everything work together. And in a spirit of full disclosure, that wonderful explanation was actually provided by our director of programming, Rez Graham, because I personally know absolutely nothing about programming. So I'm just trying to keep it real with you guys. But why don't we start with the runner-up for the programming category in the Spring Show 2020. Let's look. And the runner-up for the programming category in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Miles Cardiff. All right, well, congratulations, Miles. Now, what Miles did was something really cool, and I'm going to try and break that down to you so you understand what you were seeing. He made a procedurally generated galaxy where every star and planet is uniquely generated, and it's based all on real stellar data. So every time you run it, it's a totally unique galaxy with unique stars and planets. Very cool stuff. Congratulations, Miles. So now let's move on to our winner in the programming category. All right, and the winner for the programming category in this year's Spring Show goes to Dylan Wijnen. Very cool stuff, Dylan. What he did was he created a procedural level generator for a tower defense game. And there's several biomes and worlds that are all unique and all have different sort of properties based on a real world biodome data. So really cool stuff. And I know somebody out there who's a programmer knows exactly what that means because I don't. But congratulations, folks, on winning this year. So our next category that we're going to look at is user interface, user experience, otherwise known as UI UX. Now, this one is a category that a lot of people don't understand as well. UI UX for games is the study of making games visually engaging, easy to understand, and creating fun to use interactions. So, for example, that button, that level, that health meter, all that stuff is UI UX, and it's so important that bad UI can make a good game fail. So it's a very important function within games. So let's start with the honorable mention for the UI UX category. And the honorable mention goes to Who and Where by You Flurry. Really cool stuff, you. Now let's take a look at the runner-up for the UI UX category. And the runner-up for the UI UX category in the spring show of 2020 goes to Arcadia Quest by Christy Liu. Congratulations, Christy. Now, I know this is the moment that all you UI UX aficionados have been waiting for. Let's find out who the winner is. And the winner for the UI UX category in this year's spring show goes to Dead Umbra by Natalie Tran. Awesome work, Natalie. Congratulations to everybody who won in the UI UX category. Very, very cool stuff. The next category we're going to move on to is technical art. Now, in case you didn't notice, we had some hardcore rock music, and that is in honor of the technical art lead, Phil Caulfield. You will know him by his all black and typically wearing something like a Metallica or, Def Leppard black t-shirt. So that was in honor of you, Phil. But if you don't know what technical art is, the technical artist in the game industry kind of acts as a bridge between the artists and the programmers. And it requires somebody to not only be an artist, but also have an understanding of everything that kind of happens underneath the hood of these game engines. So it's super important stuff. And so we're going to find out who the winner is for the technical art category. And the winner for the technical art category in the spring show 2020 goes to Rockwell Dragon Rig by Benajin Palomo. Very cool stuff. Congratulations. So the next thing that we're going to look at is we're going to look at 3D modeling. Now, if you don't know what 3D modeling for games is, it's kind of where tech meets art. 3D modeling is sort of the next step after concept art. They take the designs and the paintings that the concept artists do, and they create models in a 3D modeling program so that there's real assets that they can put into a game engine that can be rigged, and that's how your game comes to life. So a super important function within games is 3D modeling. So our first category for this evening under 3D modeling is 3D modeling props and vehicles. right, so let's take a look first at our honorable mention for the 3D modeling props and vehicles category. And the honorable mention for the 3D modeling props and vehicle category goes to Alchemy Table by Brittany Linder. Very cool stuff, Brittany. Now let's take a look at our runner-up for the 3D modeling props and vehicles category. And the runner-up for the 3D modeling props and vehicles category for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Nathan Goldbranson with 1930s Espresso Machine. Congratulations, Nathan. All right, so now it's time to look at our winner. Okay, and the winner, taking first place overall in the 3D modeling props and vehicle category is Tuk Tuk Express by Angela Johnson. Congrats, Brittany, Nathan, and Angela. Really awesome stuff. But now we're going to move on to our next category within 3D, and that is 3D character modeling. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was getting a little bit parched there, so I needed to wet the palate. All right, let's take a look at our honorable mention for the 3D modeling category for the Spring Show 2020. And the honorable mention for character modeling goes to Terry by Feng Ting Lin. All right, well done, Feng Ting. All right, now let's take a look at our runner-up for character modeling. All right, so if you guys are at any point getting annoyed by the music and the medals, that was all by design. Anyway, so the runner-up for the character modeling category in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Admiral Tenno by Ri Roteo. Congratulations, everyone. Really, really cool stuff. And I just want to say this, there was a lot of really good work, and we gotta have a winner. So we have to choose a winner, but nobody who got runner-up, honorable mention, or even who got into the Spring Show should feel bad, because you know what? It was brutal. The competition was fierce this year. So let's take a look at the winner for character modeling in this year's Spring Show. And the winner First place in character modeling for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Last Stand Man at Arms by Haiyung Jin Yang. You see how good that stuff was? The judging, I'm going to tell you, the panels, it was brutal trying to choose winners for these categories because all the work was so good. So we're going to move on to our next category and our final category within 3D modeling, environment modeling. All right, so let's take a look at our Honorable Mention Award for environment modeling in 3D. And the honorable mention for environment modeling goes to Briarwood Soul Shrine by Nathan Goldbranson. Well done, Nathan. All right, now let's take a look at our runner-up in the environment modeling category for 3D. I know you guys are loving those medals because it's so epic, right? Because the Spring Show Award Show, the Gammies, is epic. And that's why we had to do it like that. We have to do everything in style, just so you know. So the runner-up in the environment modeling category for 3D goes to Factory Bay by Dexter Sitjar. Look at that. How do you even judge that? How do you choose between one or the other? This is all beautiful work, but every category has to have a winner, and we have one for you. And the winner of our final category within 3D modeling, first place overall for environment modeling in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Forest Shrine by Ri Roteo. Congratulations, everyone who won in the 3D modeling categories. That was some beautiful work, and the competition was ferocious this year. Now we're going to move on to games. Now, game designers are really important. Actually, they're extremely important to video games because what a game designer does is they set and own the vision of a game. So every minute of gameplay is designed to make sure that the game is always engaging, compelling, and most important of all, fun. So this is a very important category. So let's start with our first category within games, board games. You hear that epic music? Because that was an epic board game. Our honorable mention is really, really cool. So check this out. All right, so the honorable mention within board games goes to They Came from Ukraine by Hyunil Lee, Milin Ha, and Patrick Pepito. Congratulations. Very cool, guys. I want to play that game. Now, our next category within games is something really cool, really fun, because that's how you get ideas out quickly and figure out if you're going to have a cool game or not. And that's game prototypes. All right, so let's take a look at our honorable mention within the category of games prototype. And the honorable mention for game prototypes goes to Shooty Cues by Michael Kelly. Very cool stuff, Michael. And I also really like that name, but I could be a little biased, but cool name. All right, so let's take a look at our runner-up now within the category of game prototypes. And the runner-up for the category of game prototypes in the Spring Show 2020 goes to The Maze of Rhythm by Wish Hiravatanar. Wish, I'm sorry, I tried my best to pronounce your name, but congratulations, buddy. All right, so let's move on to our winner for this category. All right. The winner, first place in the category of game prototypes for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Robix by Sean Liu, Dan Lee, and Ian Miley. Congratulations, guys. I'm sure you guys are going to form your own company soon. That was a really, really cool prototype. All right, so our next category in games is something also very, very cool, and that's level design. All right, so let's take a look first at the honorable mention in the category of level design. All right, so the honorable mention for the category of level design goes to Angela's Thief by Luis Castillo. All right, good job, Luis. And if you guys are wondering why I pronounce his last name so perfect, it's because yo hablo español. Anyway, so let's turn our attention to the runner-up in the category of level design. All right, folks. So the runner-up in the category of level design for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Last Will by Rish Hiravatanar. Congratulations. Wish is cleaning up this year. Well done, man. All right, so we got to go to our winner now. Every category has to have a winner, so let's look at ours. And the winner for first place in the category of level design in the Spring Show 2020 goes to The Floating Spires by Georgia Haresh. All right, well done, folks. Really cool stuff. And by the way, in case you guys didn't realize this, I know the work is going by the screen really quickly, but that's because we have so many awards to give out. But if you guys want to go and take your time and look at all the work, it's available on our Spring Show website, and you can take your time and look at all the beautiful stuff that we have up there. Of course, after the show, we want you to stay on the stream and watch the rest of the winners, but after the show, go check it out. All right, so our final category in games is game design. Really cool stuff. All right, so let's take a look at our honorable mention in the category of game design. And the honorable mention goes to Monolith by Amy Watanabe, Michael Schwedler, and Becky Liu. Well done, folks. Well done. All right, so let's take a look at our runner-up in the category of game design. All right, so our runner-up in the category of game design for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Impossible Fencing by Zhao Yu Chen, Beiji Jia, and Hong Bo Cheng, and Ni Zhen. Congratulations. Very, very cool stuff. All right. Our final category and our final award within game design is really cool. So just check out our winner. So our winner in the category of game design in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Pocket Soccer Manager by Yohao Wang and Ji Hao He. Very, very cool stuff. All the stuff within game design was really, really cool. But the last thing that we're going to look at tonight is my favorite category, and that's concept art. Now, if you don't know what concept art is, you see it all the time. Every time you play a game, the characters, the environments, the vehicles, the props are all first conjured up in the mind of a concept artist and drawn on paper, and then they hand that up the pipeline to the 3D artist. So it's a really cool function within games, and you're about to see some really cool work. So the first category within concept art that we're going to look at is concept art sketches. Very cool stuff. And like I said, you guys can go to the website after the show and check out all of that work. So our honorable mention within the category of concept art sketches is really cool. Check it out. And the honorable mention goes to Project Reclamation by Taeyun Timmy Tayu. Very cool stuff. All right, so we got to look at our runner-up next. All right, so our runner-up for the concept sketches category in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Clan Frost Web Concept Art by Palmero Ramindra. Congratulations, Palmero. Really cool stuff. And like I said, this category was also very brutal. So many beautiful submissions. So it was really hard to pick a winner, but we do have to pick one. And the winner for first place in the category of concept art sketches for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Character Sketches by Ingrid, otherwise known as Rin Nedvikne. Congratulations, Rin. She worked really long and hard to get to that place. Well deserved. Now, our next category, it's one of my favorites. The students affectionately call the class that this comes from Cubes Hell, but it's really cool and it's called Concept Art Cubes. Very cool stuff. This one was another one that was really, really hard for the panel to pick, but we did pick some winners. So let's look at our honorable mention for Concept Art Cubes. And the honorable mention for Concept Art Cubes goes to Wan Yi Lin. Very cool stuff, Wan Yi. Beautiful cubes. All right, so now let's take a look at our runner-up for the Concept Art Cubes category. And our runner-up for the Concept Art Cubes category in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Pirawan Kajorn. Very cool stuff, Pirawan. All right, so now let's take a look at our winner for the overall category of Concept Art Cubes. And the winner for the Concept Art Cubes category in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Stephanie Joe. Congratulations to everybody who won in Concept Art Cubes. Again, it was like Sophie's Choice trying to choose winners, but we had to choose winners. All right, so our next category, this was also really, really brutal to choose, is the category of concept art props. Really cool stuff. So I just want to say this. If you placed in this category, whether you were first, runner-up, or honorable mention, you should be very proud of yourself because the stuff in this category was absolutely mind-boggling. So let's look at our honorable mention in the category of concept art, vehicle, and props. And the honorable mention for concept art, vehicle, and props goes to Swap Boat by Han Hao Yuan. Beautiful stuff, Han Hao. All right, so our next winner is our runner-up. And the runner-up in the category of concept art, vehicle, and props for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Kaz Prop Set by Christy Lamb. Very, very cool stuff, Christy. Very cool stuff. All right, now let's take a look at our winner for the concept art, vehicle, and props category. All right, so our winner for the concept art, vehicle, and props category for the Spring Show 2020 goes to M28A3 Ocelot Tank by Taeyun Timmy Ryu. I just want to say congratulations to Han Hao, Christy, and Timmy for placing in that category because, like I said, the work in that category was amazing. So now that does it for props. Now I want to give a little disclaimer. This next category is concept art, portraits, and figures. So if you're not accustomed to like artistic nudity or that bothers you in any way, you might want to just step away for a little while. But this is going to be some really cool stuff. So let's take a look at concept art, props, portraits, and figures. Did you guys like that funky music? I like that too. All right, so this is another one of those categories that was really tough to judge because, like, seriously, no joke, all of the submissions were so awesome. So if you won anything in this category, you should also be very proud of yourself because it was absolutely brutal judging this. I mean, any one of these could have taken first place. It just all came down to a coin flip, basically, and what the judges thought. But these are all really beautiful works. So let's take a look first at our honorable mention in the category of concept art, portrait, and figure. And the honorable mention in the category of concept art, portrait, and figure goes to Flower Crowns and Wings by Claire Din. Very cool stuff, Claire. You should be really proud of yourself. Now let's take a look at our runner-up in the category of concept art, figure, and portraits. And the runner-up in the category of concept art, figure, and portraits for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Eternal Flame by Gingy Vega Nunez. Congratulations, Gingy. I swear this could have gone either way. But every category has to have a winner, and that's what we're going to look at next. And the winner in the category of concept art, portrait, and figure goes to Keeper of the Pole by Noreen El Safadi. Beautiful stuff. Like I said, that could have gone either way, but all that work was just absolutely exquisite. So well done. Well done. All right, so our next category, and this is one that is going to be the highlight of the night for you concept art peeps. It's something that you've all been waiting for, and that is concept art, character, and creature. Did you guys see that work? How do you even choose winners out of that amount of awesome work? I mean, like I said, the concept art category is like a gauntlet. So choosing somebody in concept art, character, and creature was no different. So let's take a look at our honorable mention in the category of concept art, character, and creature. And the honorable mention for the concept art, character, and creature category for 2020 goes to Fighter Scarlet, the Commissioner by Samuel Cam. Man, that was beautiful, Sam. Well done, buddy. All right, so now let's take a look at our runner-up for the category of concept art, character, and creature. And the winner, the runner-up for the category of concept art, character, and creature goes to Shadow Boxer's character lineup by Jordan McCracken Foster. If you guys only knew how far Jordan came, I mean, just to get in the spring show was pretty epic, but to win, congratulations, Jordan. All right, so now every category has to have a winner. So let's look at the winner in the concept art, character, and creature category. All right, so the winner in the category of concept art, character, and creature in the spring show for 2020 is Starlit Shooter Kaz by Christy Lamb. Congratulations, Sam, Jordan, and Christy. Well deserved. This is one of the toughest categories every single year, so to place in this is pretty special. And like I said, afterward, if you guys want to go back and look at some of this work, please go to the website and check it out because it's absolutely gorgeous after the stream, of course. All right, so let's go on to our final category within concept art, and that is concept art environments. Oh my goodness. Did you see that work? Again, how do you choose a winner? But of course we have to. So let's take a look at the honorable mention for this year's concept art environment category. And the honorable mention for the concept art environment category goes to The Mansion by Pat Suchatsirikul. All right, guys, so let's take a look at our runner-up in the concept art environment category. And the runner-up for the category of concept art environment in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Punk City by Samuel Cam. Very cool, Sam. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful work. Now let's take a look at our winner for the concept art environment category. All right, folks. So the winner of our final category within concept art, first place in the concept art environment category for the Spring Show 2020 goes to Happy New Year 2020 by Jean Hang Lee. Let's do it. Okay, so we have our overall winners, but before we do that and before we wrap up, we have joining us somebody special right now, the executive director of the School of Game Development, David Goodwine. How's it going, David?
Good. Thanks, Michael.
So, David, what did you think of this year's spring show?
It was stellar. I have to say I was very impressed by the talent exhibited by the students. It was very hard to choose all the categories. The work gets better and better every year. I would like to thank all the faculty and staff for their hard work in pulling together this great spring show and take the opportunity to congratulate all of our winners. I hope you all enjoyed the show. Thanks,
Awesome.
Michael.
Thank you so much, David. And I totally agree. The work was absolutely amazing this year. I mean, we always say that every year when we're talking to each other, that the work gets better and better each year, but it really does. And this year was no different. I mean, the bar just keeps raising higher and higher. And that's really cool for you guys. And it's really cool for us as a department because it shows us that we're doing the right thing working with you guys. So very cool stuff this year. But this year, we're going to get into our overall winners, and we did something a little bit different. You see, because we have technical categories like technical art and game design and things like that, programming, etc. And then we have art categories like 3D modeling and UI UX and concept art. So instead of having one overall winner for such a diverse department like the School of Game Development, we now have two. So let's take a look at our first, the overall for technical art, and that is I got so excited announcing the overall winner that I almost jumped the gun. Whew, that would have been a spoiler. All right, so the overall winner for technical art is Blake Pearson with Hazel Rig. I just want to say, Blake, congratulations. Taking the overall winner in a show like this, that is absolutely monumental. You should be very proud of yourself, Blake. Really good job. Well done. Congratulations. Now, our next category is our winner for overall art. All right, now our winner for this category is somebody who I think is a very special artist. This person is one of the most dedicated, one of the most ferocious and fiercely determined students that I have ever seen. She's one of the most hardest working, best work ethic. I mean, you name it. You can just give her a ringing endorsement anytime because she really does set the bar and she sets such a good example for her fellow students, and this was no different. She had so much good work in this year's spring show that she was in the running for almost every category that she entered. Our overall winner for art in the Spring Show 2020 goes to Christy Lamb. All right, congratulations, Christy. That is one of the most well-deserved awards that I've ever handed out in all my time teaching, and I'm sure everyone else would agree. So I just want to thank you guys so much for joining us on this really cool show. I mean, things were a little bit different this year, but we had fun, right? Also, by the way, did you like the music? I like the music. You know why? Because I made it. Most of that music that you're hearing in all of these winter videos, I made. I actually have a band. It's called Vagabond Lover. So if you guys are on Instagram, go look up Vagabond Lover Music and add us. You know, we got some really cool stuff, and I have an album coming out on June 7th. And if you're really cool, you'll know what happened on June 7th. And like this video, so give it a thumbs up and make sure that you head over after the stream to the website and check out all the really cool work that we had. You can find the link down below in the video, and even the stuff that didn't win is absolutely beautiful. So please go to the website after the stream and check it out. So I just want to thank you guys all for the hard work that you guys put in this year. I want to thank you guys for joining us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is our first time doing something like this, but I think we had a little bit of fun.
We'll do it again.
Thanks, David. All right, take care, guys. Have a good night.